question for extensive practice, we refer to textbook. Dalam buku teks, di sebelah jadwal tu ada satu kotak yang ada nombor-nombor, dan nombor-nombor itu adalah data kita. So first, we need to find nilai tertinggi dalam data untuk menentukan kelas interval kita berhenti di mana. So the highest number from the data is 178, and lepas tu kita perlu cari kelas interval. Dalam jadwal sudah disediakan 2 selang kelas, which is this one. Jadi pertama sekali kita perlu cari size selang kelas. Jadi kita ambil 154 tolak dengan 149, kita akan dapat 5. Untuk cari had bawah, kita ambil 150 tambah dengan 5 dan kita akan dapat 155, and then kita cuma perlu repeat step tu untuk dapat had bawah seterusnya. Sama juga untuk cari had atas, kita ambil 154, kita tambah dengan 5, kita dapat 159, and we just repeat the steps. And then we stop at 175 to 179 interval because the highest number from the data is 178, and 178 is within this class interval. So next, untuk cari lower boundary, kita guna formula yang sudah pernah bagi. Ini formula dia. Untuk cari lower boundary ini, kita perlu dapat kelas interval yang sebelum selang kelas pertama. Jadi selang kelas pertama adalah 145 hingga 149. So we need to find the class interval before that. So the class interval before that is 140 to 144. So kita ambil 144 plus 145 bahagi dengan 2, kita akan dapat 144.5. Dan ini adalah lower boundary kita. Untuk dapat lower boundary seterusnya, kita cuma perlu tambah 5. 5 ini adalah size selang kelas yang kita dapat tadi. Okay, so we repeat the steps, and then untuk cari upper boundary, kita guna formula yang kena bagi juga. So upper limit of the class plus lower limit of the class after it divided by 2. So 149.5 plus 150 bahagi 2, we get 149.5. And we use the same method by adding 5 to the upper boundary to get the rest of the upper boundary. And then to determine the frequency, we will use the tally numeration system, also known as sistem gundalan. Jadi kalau kita refer buku teks yang ada yang kotak tuh yang ada banyak nombor, kita akan tentukan setiap nombor dalam data berada dalam which class interval. So nombor pertama 146 berada dalam the first class interval. So kita buat tanda satu sini. Lepas tu 152 berada dalam the second class interval, which is 150 to 154. So kita buat satu tanda sini lagi, and then we just repeat that sampailah kita dapat hasil macam ni. And then bila kita sudah dapat hasil gundalan kita, we use this to get the frequency. So the frequency 2487531.
For question B, first of all you need to draw a table that looks like this. Next we need to fill in the height column, starting with the height between 145 to 148 cm, followed by 149 to 152 cm, and so on. Next, we need to find the lower boundary. And And this is the formula to find it. We can find lower boundary for class 1 by adding the upper limit of the class before it, which is 144, plus lower limit of the class 145 and divide it by 2, and you will get 144.5. This is how you calculate lower boundary for other classes too. Now for upper boundary, we can also just use a formula to find it, and this is the formula for this. So now to calculate the upper boundary for class 1, we just add upper limit of the class, which is 148, plus lower limit of the class after it, which is 149, and divide it by 2, and you will get 148.5. And upper boundary for other classes, you can find it using this formula too. Next, tally is actually the same with frequency, and what makes it different is that tally we gonna draw the stick one, and frequency we just write the number. Okay, for example, we can actually determine the frequency for each classes just by looking at this data. So for height between 144 to 148, the frequency is actually 2, and for the tally column, we just draw 2 sticks on it. And that's how you determine the tally and the frequency for other classes too. So this is the final look of the table, and if you construct a histogram, this is what it will look like.
Question C. Compare the distribution shapes of the two histograms. In your opinion, what is the conclusion that can be made from this comparison? The answer is, histogram A is slightly skewed to the right, where the maximum number of pupils is in the range of 155 to 159 centimeters. Histogram B is almost symmetrical and has two modal heights that ranges between 157 to 164 centimeters. This shows that the shape of distribution highly depends on the size of the class interval of group data used.